Elite Canada 90. Brought to you by the Cooperators. Look to the Cooperators for all your insurance needs.
From Seneca College in Toronto, Ontario, welcome to Elite Canada 90, a showcase of the finest female gymnasts in the country. Over the next 60 minutes, we'll bring you all the action from the 4 disciplines, and you'll meet some of the personalities as well. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Seneca College in Toronto. I'm Michael Landsberg. Welcome to Elite Canada 90. Our color commentator, it's my pleasure to work with, former Canadian champion Elfie Schlegel. Elfie, it's Elite Canada 90, but in essence, it's our first chance to look at the 91 season.
Well, Michael, it's been 6 months since our national championship, so it's a good opportunity to once again re-rank our athletes. Also, the top 12 will be recognized for government assistance. And finally, our federation will select athletes for the up-and-coming 1991 season as far as international trips are concerned. At 16, Koyuki Oka is one of the tiniest members of the national team, but don't let her petiteness fool you. She's quick, strong, and has her own special style. What more can be said about our veteran team member, Lori Strong? She's an experienced World, Commonwealth, and Olympic team member, and has her sights set on 1992. Leah Homa was part of the best ever 6th-place team at the 1989 World Championships. She's made a huge impact on the international scene with not one, but 2 moves named after her. Jennifer Wood is Western Canada's hope for an Olympic berth. She's an exciting and aggressive athlete, and the optionals are definitely her forte. Stella Ume is a rising star on the national team. She's just returned from the prestigious Chinichi Cup, where she placed an impressive 6th all-around and went on to win a silver medal on the balance beam. At 15, Janet Morin has had to contend with living and training away from her hometown, Fredericton, New Brunswick. She's gained valuable experience in her first major international event at the Commonwealth Games, where she was a member of that gold medal winning team.
The judges certainly look like they're ready. We know the athletes are ready, and we are definitely ready. Stay with us. When we return, it's the start of Elite Canada 90 on TSN.
I give nasty looks that sometimes aren't even nasty looks. They're just looks. Then I always get in trouble always.
Get it.
I started gymnastics when I was 3.5 years old, and I'm now 18, and I'd like to maybe make it to the Olympics and the world's team next year.
Welcome back to Seneca College in Elite Canada 90. I'm Michael Landsberg, along with Elfie Schlegel. As we head into the optionals, let's take a quick look at the standings after the compulsories. And remember, compulsories count for 50% of the athlete's overall mark, so it promises to go down to the wire. For now, let's go down to the floor and Elfie Schlegel.
You know, Michael, gymnastics is not unlike any other sport or occupation for that matter. Nothing replaces hard work and dedication, but sometimes you have to be in the right place at the right time. The young lady we're about to meet was ready when her big break came along.
January 1990, the eve of the Commonwealth Games in Auckland, New Zealand, and Monica Kovaci injures her knee on the beam. With no time to spare, a call is made to Stella Ume back home.
Well, the phone rang at 5 o'clock in the morning, and my coach said to me, "Stell, do you want to go to Commonwealth?" I thought he was joking, and I said, that's not a very nice joke, right? So I said, yeah, whatever. And then he said, the only way you can go is if you hit routines this morning. So I went into gym and I hit my routines because I really wanted to go. And then I was all getting packed and everything, and he called me at 7 that night and said, oh, they might not need you. So I had to go through this thing with up and down again. So my sister took me out, I was crying, and then we come back about 10 and I find out I'm going for sure.
At first, the excitement and everything, it was okay. But then when it hit me and it really hit home was when we were at the airport and we realized we were putting our little 14-year-old on an airplane halfway across the world alone. And no Alex. For once, no Alex was there or nobody was there with her. And then I was worried. That was the first time really I got twinges.
Despite a 24-hour flight and little preparation, Stella rose to the occasion, finishing 9th overall and 6th on the vault.
I kind of surprised myself because I didn't really think I could do anything without training. So it was my first games ever. I've never been to a games, only international meets, and it was awesome. I had so much fun.
She's natural. She is a little monkey. And Stella gets into a lot of trouble with her body language. I mean, she can tell you how she thinks about you, depending on the shrug of the shoulder or the twist of the head or whatever. She's quite adept with body language, you know.
Well, I give nasty looks. That sometimes aren't even nasty looks. They're just looks. And I always get in trouble always.
But she can get away with murder if she wants to, you know, and she tries. But it depends on who she's trying it with, you know.
Oh, I never look badly at judges. I always smile, and then they always take it the wrong way because I'm always smiling at them.
6 days a week are spent in the gym, cutting into the active social life of a 15-year-old. But Stella doesn't think that she's missing much.
Not really, because when you go away, you can just have as many parties as you want away with new people. They're never the same, actually. They're never the same people. And I don't think I miss anything because I do shopping just like everyone else, just in Europe. I can brag that I went shopping in Europe. And I don't think I'm missing anything. Just hanging out at malls, which is kind of boring, but...
And there, of course, is Stella now as she prepares for the uneven bars. Now on the uneven bars, here's Stella Ume. What are the judges looking for in particular?
Well, in this event, they have to perform at least a minimum of 10 elements. They have to work both from the high bar, low bar. And that move that you just saw right there is called the Tkachev, and it's one of the release moves that most international athletes will have in their routine. And here she's fulfilling her requirements, working down low on the low bar, free up to handstand, and she'll move back up to the high bar. And she's not allowed to do any more than 4 elements before she does her dismount. There's a giant swing, giant with a full turn, another giant swing with a split leg, into dismount, double twist. Not a bad job, great routine.
She really stuck the landing, Stella Ume, just 15 years old. Maybe the hottest competitor here right now is Janet Moore, and this is a 2-day event, and she was far and away the best in the compulsories.
She had a great competition in the compulsory. She's very consistent, having a fabulous day so far today, and she has a dynamite bar routine planned. Giant swing to a super high reverse hecht over the high bar.
Look out for the ceiling on that. She was way up there.
There's her second release move. Beautifully done. Now, of course, top bar routines are ones that have 2 release moves in them. Good form. Giant with a full turn into a very high double tuck flyway dismount.
She was hot yesterday and clearly hot today. Beautiful performance by Janet Moore. It goes without saying that there are a lot of people, a lot of groups of people that contribute significantly to an event like this. The major sponsors for this year's event are the Cooperators Insurance Company. Earlier today, Sheldon Rogers of the Cooperators presented a check to Rhonda Silver, who's the chairperson for this year's event.
Rhoda, on behalf of the Cooperators General Insurance Company and its board of directors and its members owners, we'd like to present our checks as a sponsor of Elite Canada 90.
Sheldon, thank you very much. The Ontario Gymnastics Federation is very proud of its continued association with Cooperators Insurance. And on behalf of the OGF, I'd like to thank you for your continued support of the safe development of gymnastics in Ontario. Thank you.
For many of the athletes here, simply making it to Elite 90 is the realization of a dream. It's a chance to perform before a large crowd, and it's a chance to perform on national television. But when you get away from all of the excitement and the glare of the lights, what you find is a sport that demands hours of work. It's a sport that demands dedication, perseverance, and it's a sport that demands mental toughness. This is the Seneca Gymnastics Club. At first glance, it looks like many of the clubs across the country where young gymnasts put in countless hours of daily practice in hopes of someday representing their country. But unlike other clubs, Seneca Gymnastics is attended by invitation only. These are elite students considered gifted in both athletics and academics. In fact, the kids in grades 3 to 8 attend class at the college, but the day begins and ends in the gym.
All children start at 8 o'clock in the morning. The high school students train every day till 11, and the ones that are here on campus in the elementary program train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday till 10 o'clock, and then after school from 3:30 till 6. So they are home anywhere from 6:30 to 4 to 7 in the evening, whereas most children who work in normal schools, or normal clubs I should say, would only begin their training after school at 4 or 4:30 and maybe have to train till 8:30 or 9, and that's very difficult.
The school was modeled after the Eastern European system, and the combining of academics and gymnastics to make the day a little bit easier for the athletes really assists that, and that was copied or developed through the Eastern European system.
Okay, see how you're getting stuck a little bit? Make sure after you pull, your arms keep moving right into the back.
A tough sport, and there are a lot of rewards, and there are a lot of success stories, but there are a couple of painful times along the way. So you just have to make sure that the kids learn how to deal both with success and failure, and that's part of the developmental process that we're concerned about.
Now form here, form. That's it. Now roll to lock. Rock.
It's hard to believe, and I think you can see it here, these children are very focused. And I don't think that they're particularly unique, I mean, from, let's say, intelligence space. I mean, they're just focused children. They have dedicated themselves. We're at the hook stage with the young ones. We go through different development stages, and they're at the hook stage. And hooking basically means they've got to love the sport. So we base it a lot on fun, fundamentals, and then basically building up the fitness. So we call it the 3Fs, fun, fitness, and fundamentals. And from there, they start getting into skill development. And that's usually by the age of 9 to 12. And by that time, they are very, very focused. I mean, you're talking about a child who's putting in 20 to 25 hours a week. I mean, that's a job. And, of course, they go to school and they try to be normal.
Melanie Heenan has 3 girls at Seneca, aged 5, 6, and 10.
Well, one of the things that we were really eager to get her in here for was the academic side of it and the school side. When they're going to a normal school, they have lots of friends, and there's lots of activities going on, birthday parties and after-school activities that she really couldn't join in on. And her other friends, a lot of them didn't understand it, and, you know, who do you think you are, what makes you so good? And it wasn't really that Leah felt that she was so good, it's just that she wanted the gymnastics. This way at Seneca, the kids, they all have the same goal. They pump each other up. You know, they train together, and they're organized. They all want it, and it's just a great environment.
Following the morning session, the elementary kids move down the hall to class, and the students must keep up their studies to remain in the program.
The students, all in all, tend to be very dedicated. They work hard here, and they work hard in the gym. And it seems that the attributes or the characteristics that make a good student are precisely those qualities that make a good athlete as well. They learn from their mistakes. They want to learn. They are keen. They're happy to be learning.
Now, if we look at algebraic expressions, we can do the very same type of thing as we did here.
Well, Leah dreams about the Olympics. You know, that's her goal. And Marnie dreams about Care Bears. And, you know, they're normal kids at home. You know, they play play Nintendo. They do things that everybody else does. And it's just, it's a tunnel for them, but they're organized. They want it. They love it. It's a release, and it's, you know, I don't think that I've ever heard them say that they didn't want to go to gym.